Welcome into today's discussion. I know in many of the 820 episodes, I have spiraled on and hopefully developed upon that concept of heaven. Heaven here and now, heaven on earth. We're going to talk a little bit more today about just that topic, the dreaming of heaven. And when I mention that term heaven, I don't mean eventually. I do mean sincerely now and in this present moment. You could probably call it I'm daydreaming of heaven, or from the dreams you have when you retire for the day and into the night. Those dreams too, I propose to you as when you experience heaven. Nothing about the by and by and up in the sky or in that cold ass dead ground where they put your body one day. I'm talking about right now while you and I are somewhat alive and aware that we are here, breathing this air, enjoying this great earth by the presence and grace of our Creator. But let's go with that idea right now. There's nothing about heaven in the sky, but maybe in your sky. In your sky, your heart, and through the tower, the tower of your head. Not about later. How about now? There was a sound, again, I'm departing from my typical statements here, but it leads me to what drives me about music. Round about midnight, a classic jazz standard. But let's observe heaven round about now. Does that sound like a stretch in your reality? I find that as another problem with tradition and so-called management. To just rely on and defer to, well, that's how it's always been done, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, I see that as a terrible idea and practice in terms of the resilience that I choose and desire to share with you in each and every episode. And as a quality, I say that we all have within us as common, not different, not more over here, less over there, common to you and I. It's not that the living and current and ever-present heaven that's available to all of us now will not have difficulties and disputes and despair to go along with those beautiful rose bushes and rolling pastures. Excuse me. Let's go into. There will be a lot of pleasures out there too, but let's not get into that today. Spoiler alert, that current, present, here and now today, this heaven thing, there will be war in heaven too. Let me say that again. There will be war in this heaven I'm speaking to you about today. Maybe not the blatant and open and clandestine wars raging across the globe right now today. No, the wars in heaven can get produced and resolved from the same source and essence. But we have to agree to prosecute, to execute, to combat that war from that common and peaceful by nature precondition. Yes, we each individually had to struggle to emerge in this world and from our respective mother's womb. But struggle is not just war. The war I speak of that will exist in heaven is war against yourself first, against what you need to survive, to live, to love, to share. We probably would rather not observe the possible disruptions to the heaven we seek, hope for, and definitely miss those glimpses or instances of heaven right before us right now. No, this guy you're listening to, I do not represent the heaven that you have wished for or pray to get to one day. But in a very small way, in this innocent and humbly shared voice with you now, consider this as one of those fleeting moments of heaven between you and I. I hope you enjoy the visit with me. Certainly, you may not agree with me on anything or everything I have shared. You may not even like the format or delivery of me or of my message. Still, that is a part of this moment of heaven. No need for us to fight or wage war against each other here and now in this heaven. But, as I said, we will have conflict in heaven. But maybe we will use our spiritual weapon of reason to collectively and positively intend to maintain the heaven that we exist in individually and the heaven we share with each other whenever we should meet. Instead of deciding to destroy the moments we have in this heaven together, maybe this little idea, this little suggestion, this little very small, humble example that I'm presenting to you today, just a little piece of wisdom, a little piece of positivity you can add into your arsenal. Remember, we're going to have to wage war individually, sometimes collectively in heaven. But maybe we're adding positive armor onto ourselves, not in competition with each other or with the so-called enemy out there. But maybe these little things that I'm offering to you, you in turn will share a similar suggestion or assistance or guidance to someone that you will never ever meet, but that may benefit from hearing something from from someone they never knew, but helps them in ways that I and you will never ever know. Let's keep dreaming of heaven. And when we see it in our day-to-day travels on these paths of resilience, we can definitely enjoy it and maybe mitigate or minimize our conflicts. Stay present. Stay current. Do remember, please, that no matter where you are in this world, it's always a